Headlines for this week include Donald Trump visits lacrosse, remembering Carl Wimberly, and a live version of Battleship takes place on campus. Stay tuned, WMCM's Week in Review is next.
Hello, and thanks for watching WMCM's Week in Review. I'm Brandon Vanderhoe.
And I'm Haley Seitz. This Tuesday, the primaries were held in Wisconsin. The Republican that won our state was Ted Cruz, and the Democrat was Bernie Sanders. Cruz was the only candidate out of the 5 left that did not personally speak in the La Crosse area, as he had Senator Mike Lee speak on his behalf. The last rally here was held this past Monday at 10 a.m. by Donald Trump. He entered the room to the song Jump Around in order to create a lively atmosphere, and he started off his speech by saying, "I've been here a lot and I love it. And the people I love, I have many friends from Wisconsin. Some of the people outside of the rally did not feel that same love, and they may have been feeling the burn." As Trump and every other remaining candidate has pointed out, the American people are sick of people that don't care for them. So it will be interesting to see how the elected president turns that around.
This past week, UWL lost one of their very own. Former Vice Chancellor Carl Wimberly passed away at La Crosse Nursing Home last Tuesday, March 29th, at the age of 92. While most current students may not have met Carl Wimberly, the name still resonates among the student body. Wimberly came to the UWL campus on January of 1953 to teach political science. In 1959, he was named Dean of the College of Arts, Letters, and Sciences, a position he held until 1973 when he was named Vice Chancellor. Wimberly served as the university's Vice Chancellor until his retirement in 1992. Post-retirement, Wimberly remained active with the university up until his death, as he served on the UWL Foundation's Board of Directors, including 2 years as the organization's president. Current Chancellor Joe Gao had this to say about Carl Wimberly. Quote, "I always say that we rarely hear the phrase beloved administrator, but that's exactly how everyone referred to Carl. He was an extraordinary human being and one of the most skilled administrators in UWL history. I'm proud to say he was a mentor to me and he will be a role model for my future. It's so fitting that one of our major classroom buildings bears his name," end quote.
UWL has made a name for itself when it comes to sports, especially with gymnastics and track and field as of late. One aspect of athletics that isn't as commonly looked at is how sports teams operate off of the field. Speakers from local and national organizations will present a symposium on operations and economics of competitive sports teams. The event will kick off with a panel discussion on lacrosse sports operations with the owners of the Lacrosse Loggers and the Cooley Region Chill, as well as the UWL Athletic Director Kim Bloom. Following that, Dennis Coates, a professor of economics at the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, will give his insight into the competitive sports world. The night will then end with Oliver Luck, the NCAA Executive Vice President of Regulatory Affairs. This event takes place on Monday, April 11th at 3:30 p.m. to 6:50 p.m. in the Brian and Lori Hesbrick Auditorium. The event is free, but pre-registration is encouraged in order to guarantee your spot at the event. You can register through a Qualtrics survey on the UWL's Economic Department's page. Stephanie Ha and Logan Beatty went to the pools on Tuesday to ask students about their voting experience.
Wisconsin voters took to the polls for the presidential primary election on Tuesday, April 5th. Students had the opportunity to make a difference and cast their vote here at the rec center on campus.
I am helping check in some voters. A lot of people obviously live on campus, but some students that live off campus need to see where their polling place is. It's been monstrous lines. It's been really picking up as the day's been going on. I love seeing it. I love seeing so much civic engagement in our students.
Yeah, it was really exciting for me. It's just like the first time that I can actually take part in my community and actually have a say in what happens.
The line's out the gym, so it's a pretty long wait. So it was probably about a 30-minute process up here. Got registered, switched my address. The people are great up there. And then I actually went there and voted. So it's probably about a 45-minute process, but really well done.
I personally will never not use my right to vote because of the fact that there are millions of women in the world who would give absolutely anything to have the right that I am blessed to have.
It's just an incredible experience, and the university does such a great job of even promoting certain candidates and even just giving everyone an option and letting them know that our voice matters, and I think that's just really important for us.
For WMCM's Week in Review, this is Drew Pinkala, Logan Beatty, and Stephanie Haw. Back to you.
Now here's Nelson Raisbeck to talk about some events happening around campus.
Thanks, Brandon and Haley. Do you like fashion? Do you have any clothes that may be out of date or might not fit? Now you can sell them for some extra cash at UWL's second-hand resale event held on Friday, April 8th, from 1 to 6 p.m. in Cartwright 339 and 340. All UWL students are welcome to bring in their own clothes to sell. If you are interested in selling clothes or volunteering for the event, please contact Wendy at zhu.qiw.edu at uwllax.edu. Battleship is back. Rec Sports will be hosting the Battleship competition, which is one of UWL's most popular tournaments, and it's a blast. 4-person teams use buckets and other tools to attack other canoes with water until the competing team's canoe is sunk or tips over. The last canoe standing is the winning team. Registration will take place on IM Leagues and is $10 per team. The event will be held in Mitchell Hall at the pool on Friday, April 8th from 6 to 10 p.m. And in other news, fall registration begins for all graduate and undergraduate students on Monday, April 11th. Each student is given a certain date and time to start registering. Appointments are set by the number of credits already earned. If you haven't already started looking at potential fall semester classes or met with your advisor, now is the time to do so. For more information about fall registration, please contact Records and Registration at records@uwllax.edu or call 608-785-8576. Now back to you, Brandon and Haley.
A 4.0 GPA may look good on a resume, but it doesn't equate to a successful career, says 1982 UWL graduate Brian McKeague. McKeague, who is now Chief Financial Officer at Heartland Financial USA Incorporated, will be sharing some of the things that employers are looking for besides good grades as part of the College of Business Administration Distinguished Lecture Series. McKeague will talk about the valuable qualities students should acquire for the workforce, such as leadership, experience, communication skills, and community involvement. The event will be held on Monday, April 11th at 7:30 p.m. in the Strizlik Great Hall, located in the Clearly Alumni and Friends Center on campus. Admission is free. The Cooley Region Humane Society has many pets in need of loving homes. Here's some animals available in this week's edition of Perfect Pets.
I'm Beatrix, a 5-month-old pit bull mix. I love being the center of attention, and I would love to be part of an active household.
Hi, my name's Chop Suey. I'm a 5-year-old tiger cat. Haven't been feeling too well lately, but now me and my friends are feeling better and looking for our forever home.
Hi, I'm Max. I'm a playful and affectionate 8-month-old Australian cattle hound mix who's obviously adorable.
Hi, I'm Heath, and I'm a 1.5-year-old lab pit mix. I'm a little bit shy, but don't be scared. I'm very affectionate, and I love attention.
To find out more about adoption for these pets or others, contact the Cooley Region Humane Society at 781-4014.
Again, the number for the Cooley Region Humane Society is 781-4014. This year marks the 10th annual St. Baldrick's event at UWL. At last year's event, over 50 people donated their hair and about $14,200 was raised for the cause. So this year, the goal is $800 more, which would send $15,000 to the St. Baldrick's Foundation. This foundation is a volunteer-driven charity that funds childhood cancer research grants. Already, UWL has raised over $4,000. The event takes place this Saturday in the Recreational Eagle Center from noon to 4 p.m. You can decide to shave your head, cut your long locks, volunteer, or donate. So hold out a few more days before you get any major haircuts. To get more information, contact Julie Fuerbringer at 414-335-062 or at fuerbrind.juli@uwlax.edu. This past Monday, we sent out a crew to learn more about the rise of Islamophobia. Here's what they found out.
From April 4th to April 8th, the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse will hold its inaugural Social Justice Week, which pursues social justice in changing contexts. To kick off the week, Corey Saylor from Washington, D.C. came to the UWL campus to present on the rise of Islamophobia in the United States. Saylor is the director of the Department to Monitor and Combat Islamophobia. Saylor's presentation brought so many students, faculty, and community members that a second room had to be opened for additional seating. To start his talk, Saylor defined what Islamophobia is as the closed-minded prejudice against or hatred of Islam and Muslims. He shared facts and information about the prejudice and discrimination that Americans who follow the Islamic faith undergo daily. We asked Saylor what the one big takeaway from tonight's discussion was.
The most important lesson tonight is to take onto your shoulders being an agent of change. It can be a really frightening thing when you're in that moment and somebody said something you feel you need to stand up to, and you feel like the whole room is going to turn against you if you speak up. But that is the exact moment that you have to do so, and I want people to start practicing that now.
For more information, you can check out @Islamophobia on Twitter. For WMCM News, this has been Abby Voy, Colin Malliott, and Murphy Shannon. Back to you.
The UWL Theater Department is putting on an adaptation of the popular book series Horrible Harry in Room 2B by Susie Klein. Students in Creating Children's Theater class adapted the books into a show that will run this weekend. The first Horrible Harry book was published in 1988, and the series now has grown to 36 individual books. The popular book series primarily used in American elementary schools for teaching kids how to read. The show will be based around a third grader named Harry and his misadventures that are told through the words of his best friend Doug. The show will debut on Saturday, April 9th, and will be performed twice starting at 11 a.m. and again at 1 p.m. in Frederick Theater located in Morris Hall. To get your tickets for the show, you can contact the box office at 608-785-8522. Each week, the WMCM crew goes out and talks to your fellow peers in a segment we like to call Campus Insight. This week, they asked students if they were satisfied with the presidential candidates they had to choose from.
Out if students on UWL's campus are satisfied with the candidates they had to choose from.
Yeah, I was. My candidate's still in the running, so hoping he can win.
I personally was not satisfied with the candidates, but even if you don't like the candidates, someone who aligns in a policy that either you do like or even despise, try to vote the other way.
I was. My candidate's still in the running. Feeling the burn.
I was definitely satisfied. Of course, I love, Bernie Sanders, but I'm very glad if whoever they vote for, I'm very glad that you just go out and vote today.
I was. It was a wide selection. I think I made the right choice.
There's not a lot of variety, and there's not much you can choose from.
I think for the most part, I am not satisfied. Also really hard because there's also extremists on both ends.
This has been Tessa Tilot and Cole Zerbel for Campus Insight WMCM News. Back to you guys.
Look for the WMCM crew around campus for a chance to have your opinions heard on next week's Campus Insight. Now here's Rachel Osman with a review of the movie The Danish Girl.
Eddie Redmayne stars alongside Alicia Vikander in this true love story inspired by the lives of Danish artists Lili Elbe and Gerda Wagner. Lili and Gerda are soulmates, destined to be part of each other's lives as husband and wife, or so they think. When Gerda needs inspiration to catapult her career as a painter, Lili decides to dress as a woman and become that inspiration. Lili never imagined he would enjoy all the intrinsic values of women's clothing and makeup, but begins to attend public events dressed as a woman to feel what it might be like outside closed doors. Although Gerda enjoys the thrill and excitement of becoming someone new, not everyone believes he's sane. Throughout the film, he escapes the doctor's attempts to fix him, which include an involuntary lifetime in a mental institute, lobotomies, and straitjackets. Gerda is nothing but a good wife and good friend throughout Lili's struggle, but as we watch Lili fight to become who he feels he should be, we also see Gerda fight to keep her sanity and marriage alive. Let's take a look at the Danish Girl's official trailer.
The first time we met, she propositioned me. She seemed so sure.
I was sure. He was so shy and mysterious.
There's something you'd like to tell me.
Is there something you'd like to know?
I'm your wife. I know everything. Could you help me with something?
You will not tell anyone about this.
Hello there. We're going to call you Lily. I want to sketch you. Lily. We should go out tonight. Give them something different. Lily. You're exquisite.
You're different from most girls. I feel I'd need to ask your permission before I kissed you.
Exactly what happened last night?
There was a moment when I wasn't me. There was a moment when I was just Lily.
But Lily doesn't exist. We were playing a game.
Something changed.
He's lost his way. He needs a friend.
Let me help. I think Lily's thoughts. I dream her dreams. She was always there.
I need my husband. I need to hold my husband. Are you all right?
The fact is, I believe that I'm a woman.
And I believe it too.
Surgery has never been attempted before.
You're my whole life. They could kill you.
It's my only hope. This is not my body. I have to let him go. I love you because you're the only person who made sense of me. Who made me possible.
I absolutely love this movie. Eddie Redmayne as Lily was a perfect lead casting choice. In fact, he was actually nominated for an Academy Award and a Golden Globe. I think that's because he truly embraced the life of a transgender woman, and I could literally feel the pain and confusion radiating out of his character. But there were plenty of times where Alicia Vikander stole the show as Gerda. Both actors portrayed the young couple in love vibe perfectly, and I only cried twice because they couldn't be together. Overall, this film is a must-see. It wraps you up quickly and keeps you there, while also shedding light on how our society used to and still causes pain and strife for the LGBT community. Stay tuned to MCM. Mitchell Anderson will be back with this weekend's weather.
On the biggest sports stories, then you need Sports Talk Live. They cover all sports all the time. From track and field to soccer to football, gymnastics, and just about everything in between. Sports Talk Live is your place for sports. Sports Talk Live, Tuesdays on WMCM TV.
You are watching WMCM Student TV, broadcasting from the Wing Technology Center at the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse, featuring sports, news, game shows, movie reviews, interview shows, and what the students are thinking about. Campus Channel 6, Charter 989. Your campus, your station, WMCM TV.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Anderson with this week's weather report. And unfortunately, we're going to have the same less than desirable weather throughout the weekend. For tonight, we have a cool 31 degrees with a strong northwest wind with a little bit of showers. And for Friday, we've got cloudy with another strong wind coming out of the northwest at a cool 36 degrees. Saturday, it's going to get a little better with a soft wind at 7 miles an hour out of the west-southwest at 42 degrees. And Sunday, unfortunately, it's going to be a little rainy with another strong wind out of the south at 58 degrees. And now here's Cal Urin with this week's interview.
Thanks, Mitchell. This week, I'm talking to Allison and Michaela, two of the peer consultants at the UW-La Crosse Public Speaking Center. So first to start off with, just give us a little bit of background about what the Public Speaking Center is and what you guys do there on a regular basis.
So our job at the Public Speaking Center is to help students from any of their classes. So that could be from CST classes to any class on campus that needs help with presentations. And our job is help them from the brainstorming to delivery to even content. We can help with any aspect of their speech. We're actually located in Murphy Library Tutoring Center, which is 251 Murphy, which is on 2nd floor. And we're in the back right-hand corner right behind physics.
Yes, we actually have our own private room back there that's separated from the rest of the tutoring so that we can have one-on-one private meetings with our students.
Oh, awesome. Another cool thing about the Public Speaking Center that I learned is that you guys are certified by the National Association of Communication Centers. They're also only one of 15 in the nation. So tell us a little bit about what that means to the Public Speaking Center here at UWL.
The NACC for us is a great way for our students to know that we know what we're doing here at the Public Speaking Center. It allows for us to get the certification and the training that we need to help further assist any students that come into the Public Speaking Center. And on an individual basis, it also means a lot for us peer consultants to be nationally recognized by such a great accreditation.
We're only 1 in 15 in the United States that actually have this title, and it's a good way for us all to be trained. And our director, Tony Dokan-Morgan, actually goes every year to a conference.
Oh, awesome. So Tony is obviously very involved in the Public Speaking Center. Tell us a little bit about the history, and was he the one who started it, or how did it kind of get formed here?
Yeah, so the way it started was actually Tony Dokan-Morgan, who's the director currently. He was actually starting it with an undergraduate student who had the idea that it would be best if they found a way to have a classroom where people could come practice their speeches. And this has actually been kept to today, except now we're actually located in Murphy Library Tutoring Center, so we've just moved to a new location.
And it's really been amazing to watch the progress of how we've grown over the years. I know just this semester alone we have 17 different peer consultants that are there with lots of hours that are able to help our students.
Now, do either of you even have previous experience with tutoring at all?
I did not have any previous experience, only the basic experience that you would call students coming to ask me to help. I have lots of friends and teammates and family members who would go, Michaela, can you help me with my speech? I know that you're good at this.
Mm-hmm.
I personally have lots of tutoring experience, so I actually worked as an EFN tutor the past couple semesters before that, so I had experience working prior, and my degree is secondary education biology, so I'm actually working towards kind of tutoring type of things.
Right. So, I mean, obviously public speaking is something that not everyone's always good at or natural at. Since you are tutors there at the Public Speaking Center and people rely on you to kind of give them feedback and help them, I mean, have you guys always been good at public speaking, or is it something you've kind of had to get better at as you've started to tutor others?
I'm just going to spill a little secret here. No one starts out as a good public speaker. It is something that we constantly have to work at, something that I and Allison continuously to this day have to work at and get better at every single time we speak.
Yeah, I for sure am not a natural speaker, so I've worked really hard over the years to practice, and that's what we tell all of our students, and no, it does not come naturally to anyone.
Yeah, so I mean, like you said, it doesn't come naturally. What's one thing that you initially struggled with when people came in, or especially a big one that comes up is ESL students or people who their second language is English? What is something that you tell them or that you work with them with?
The biggest thing I push is confidence, no matter what type of thing you're working on, no matter if you're ESL students or any other students, you need to have confidence in your speeches. I think the hardest thing I have is making sure to figure out how I'm going to best help them in the amount of time I have. If their speech is tomorrow, it's really hard to make sure that I have everything done in time for them to have their speech the next day.
Something that I struggle with personally too is when I signed up to be a tutor, my ultimate goal was to find the student the right answer. But that's not all that we have to do. We also have to realize that this is a learning process for the student. So if we can sit down with the student and teach them what they need to know so that next time they don't have to come in, that's our ultimate goal.
Absolutely. Definitely a rewarding feeling is something you get from helping students. Tell us a little bit about what that's like, you know, realizing that you truly have helped somebody develop a skill or get better at something that they're worried about.
Personally, I love watching the light bulb flick on in a student's mind when they realize the answer that they've been looking for, and I've helped them do that.
Yeah, I think just leaving knowing you helped someone is the best feeling that you can have.
So fear of public speaking is second in the world for most people behind death, which a lot of people obviously would be afraid of, but I guess nobody really thought public speaking would be that high. Why do you think this is, and why do you think so many people struggle with it initially?
Well, we're our own worst enemies, and I think that's one of the biggest problems is we don't like things that we can't control. Death we can't control, and we also can't control how people are going to judge us. So a lot of times we are really worried about what they're going to say about us. Yeah, I agree.
Okay, awesome. Well, stay tuned. Alec Bruss will be right back with this week's Perfect Pets.
I'm Beatrix, a 5-month-old pit bull mix. I love being the center of attention, and I would love to be part of an active household.
Hi, my name's Chop Suey. I'm a 5-year-old tiger cat. Haven't been feeling too well lately, but now me and my friends are feeling better and looking for our forever home.
Hi, I'm Max. I'm a playful and affectionate 8-month-old Australian cattle hound mix who's obviously adorable.
Hi, I'm Heath, and I'm a 1.5-year-old lab pit mix. I'm a little bit shy, but don't be scared. I'm very affectionate, and I love attention.
To find out more about adoption for these pets or others, contact the Cooley Region Humane Society at 781-4014.
Again, the phone number for the Cooley Region Humane Society is 781-4014. The University of Wisconsin lacrosse softball team split a pair of games Saturday at Lacey Park down in Iowa. In the first game, the Eagles took on Buena Vista University. Buena Vista had a lead 5-3 in the top of the third when lacrosse got a run back in the bottom of the third and then took its first lead of the game when it got 3 runs in the bottom of the fifth. Sidney Murphy had a 2-run double and then later scored on an error which gave the Eagles a 7-5 advantage. Buena Vista came surging back and tallied 6 runs in the top of the sixth and then ended up winning the game 11-8. The second game, the Eagles faced the University of Dubuque. The Eagles were down 1-0 when they scored 4 straight runs to take a 4-1 lead, and it ended up winning the game 4-2. Sidney Murphy went 7 for 8 with 4 RBIs on the day. UWL softball returns to action Saturday, April 9th, against Washington University of St. Louis in Bloomington, Illinois, at 11:15 a.m. The University of Wisconsin lacrosse men's baseball team had 3 games this weekend against the College of St. Scholastica. Saturday afternoon was their opener, and the Eagles came out on fire. In the first inning, the Eagles scored 4 times on 4 hits. St. Scholastica got a run back before the Eagles came back and scored 5 unanswered runs, and the score was 9-1. Lacrosse made a statement in their home opener on its way to 14-4 victory. Jamison Lavery picked up his 3rd win of the season for the Eagles, allowing 7 hits, 4 runs, and 2 walks while striking out 6. The team went on to play St. Scholastica in a doubleheader this past Sunday and split the 2 games. In the first game, the Eagles snuck by and won 5-4, while losing the nightcap 12-8. The Eagles are ranked 15th in this week's top 25 poll on D3Baseball.com and have a record of 10-5. The Eagles return to action Saturday, April 9th, hosting UW-Platteville in the WIAC opener, starting at noon at Copeland Park. Last week, we introduced to you a few members of the UW Lacrosse Club volleyball team. This week, we asked them to share with us how playing club sports has changed their college experience.
All year round for however many years, all through high school, just stopping it instantly when coming to college, you kind of feel like, well, this is boring.
That seems to be the theme of many high school athletes when they come to college, but thankfully UWL offers a wide variety of club sports.
Overall, it has been the best decision I've ever made. Now I still get to have the game in my life, play competitively, and have time to focus on school as well.
It's a way that you can still be competitive, have fun, and it's kind of a de-stress too from your everyday crazy life.
Someone who's used to being involved in extracurriculars, just coming into college with nothing, yeah, you definitely have a lot of time on your hands. And doing volleyball, you know, it kept me exercising, it kept me on a regular schedule, it kept me balanced.
If you love a sport and want to be able to play at that competitive level still, club is the best option for you.
To find out more about club volleyball, contact team president Katie McCarthy and be sure to like their page on Facebook. For WMCM Sports, this has been Travis Udell.
And that's all for this week's sports.
Thanks for watching WMCM's Week in Review. Make sure to join us next week on Thursday at 4:30 on Campus Channel 6, Charter Channel 96, and Digital Cable 989.